All right, let's dive right in. We're about to take a journey into the truly astonishing world of fish. And I gotta tell you, it is so much weirder and way more incredible than you could possibly imagine.
So when you think of a fish, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Probably something just, swimming, right? Gliding through the water. It feels like that's just what fish do.
But what if I told you that swimming is just scratching the surface? Seriously, the ocean is absolutely packed with creatures that have evolved to break all the rules we thought we knew.
So let's kick things off with fish that have completely thrown out the rule book on how to get around. And these aren't just little quirks either. We're talking about extreme life-or-death adaptations that push the very definition of what a fish can be.
I mean, you've got fish that literally stroll along the ocean floor, and others that just decide to take to the air. Every single one of these bizarre movements is a clever solution to a deadly problem, giving them a much-needed edge in a super competitive world.
Okay, you have to see this. The climbing perch is just an evolutionary masterpiece. First off, it can survive for days outside of water because it can actually breathe air. So if its pond dries up, no big deal. It just uses its spiny gill plates and fins to literally walk across the land to find a new home. It is an absolutely unbelievable display of survival. And then you've got the ultimate escape artists. To get away from predators like tuna, flying fish don't just jump, they launch into the air. By whipping their tails up to 70 times a second, they can rocket out of the water, hitting speeds of 40 miles per hour and gliding for almost a quarter of a mile. It's this incredible aerial escape powered by pure survival instinct.
But getting around is only half the battle. If you can't outrun or outfly your enemy, what's your next best move? You trick them. Welcome to the world of underwater espionage.
And really, it all comes down to two main strategies. You either blend in or you stand out. The Amazon leaffish is the king of blending in. It's the ultimate ambush predator, perfectly mimicking a dead leaf. It just drifts along looking totally harmless until, bam, it inhales its victim whole. On the other hand, you have the lionfish, which uses these bright, flashy colors that basically scream, "I am covered in poison, back off."
But when it comes to deadly camouflage, nothing, and I mean nothing, beats the stonefish. This thing is the most venomous fish on the entire planet, and its disguise is so flawless that people accidentally step on it all the time, thinking it's just a rock on the seafloor. In this number right here, this is why it's so dangerous. 13. The stonefish has 13 incredibly sharp spines on its back that work just like hypodermic needles. The tiniest bit of pressure is all it takes for them to inject an unbelievably painful neurotoxin. It is a defense mechanism that is just lethally perfect.
And this is what that power actually looks like on a molecular level. Every letter you see is a building block in the stonefish's venom. It's like a deadly code. By mapping this out, scientists can figure out exactly how the toxin works, which is absolutely crucial for creating the antivenom that saves lives.
Okay, so we've seen how they move and how they hide. But what about how these fish actually perceive their world? Because their senses go way, way beyond anything we can really comprehend. Each one is like a superpower.
Okay, take the lateral line. This is a sense we just don't have. It's basically a distance touch sense that works like a built-in radar. It lets thousands of fish in a school move like a single, coordinated being, sensing every tiny vibration around them. It's so good that some fish, like trout, can navigate perfectly even if they go blind.
And if you thought that was weird, wait till you hear this. The northern sea robin literally walks on the seafloor on 6 little leg-like fins. But here's the crazy part. Those legs are covered in sensory bumps that work just like taste buds. It's not just walking, it's tasting the sand to find buried snacks before you can even see them.
And tasting with your feet is just one piece of this incredible sensory puzzle. It's a whole symphony of senses down there. Fish have these dense ear bones to hear, and some even use their swim bladders like subwoofers to amplify sound. They can also make their own sounds by rubbing parts together. It's just a completely different way of experiencing the world.
So after seeing all of these truly mind-blowing adaptations, each one fine-tuned over millions of years, we kind of have to come back to reality. And the reality is, the future for these amazing creatures is in real trouble, thanks to changes happening faster than they've ever had to deal with before.
And look, that's not just my opinion, it's a direct warning from scientists. This quote points out a huge problem. We know a lot of these fish are in decline, but we're just not studying their risk of extinction nearly enough, especially compared to animals on land.
In a lot of ways, we're flying blind.
And when you actually break down the threats, the picture gets crystal clear. Research shows that commercial harvesting is, by far, the biggest problem. After that comes pollution. And then you've got the double whammy of development and climate change, which are totally transforming their homes at a terrifying speed.
So that leaves us with one last really important question. We've just seen that the ocean holds creatures that can walk, that can fly, that can taste with their feet. It really makes you wonder, what other mind-blowing secrets are still down there? And what if we lose them before we even get the chance to find out?